I haven't got a 70D, they can't make a 70D.
Vitamins and history books, psychology and a different way to look at it all. 'Cause my perspective.
So good morning boys and girls, welcome back to another video and welcome to the channel if you're seeing me for the first time. My name is Chris, I'm usually a landscape photographer, but today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing some wildlife photography for less than £300. So I've got a Canon 7D, which cost me around £170 used, and a Sigma 70-300, which cost me £75 used. So all in all, less than £300. Can it be done? Well, let's go find out. Right, so just let me talk a little bit about this this camera and the lens setup and why I've chosen this combination. Canon 7D is an APS-C sized sensor, so you're getting a little bit more reach from your lens. So the 1.6 times crop conversion gives this lens an effective field of view of a 480mm lens, which is obviously, it gives you a little bit more bang for your buck, so you can get a little bit closer to your subject. And obviously today it's probably going to be a lot of small songbirds, so I'm able to get a little bit closer. A little bit extra reach is going to do me a favour. So I don't know what to expect, in all honesty. Maybe a little bit soft, I don't know. I've never really bought a lens. I don't want to say cheap, but cheap basically. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the images turn out. I'm just showing you guys that photography doesn't have to be expensive. You can get some nice photos with some relatively inexpensive equipment. So Dave's taking pictures over there and it's distracting me.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. And oh my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say
Alright, so just let me talk to you for a minute about the camera that I'm using in today's video. This is my Canon 7D. It's the original one from the early 2000s. It's got an 18 megapixel sensor. The camera's fully weather sealed. It's also got a magnesium alloy body as well, so it's a fairly robust camera, which is what you want when you're shooting outdoors. It also has a fairly fast burst rate as well. Especially if you're shooting wildlife and it's moving and it's twitching, it just gives you a little bit more of a chance to get that sharp photograph, doesn't it? So for a relatively inexpensive body of around £180 these days, I think this is well worth looking at if you want to do some wildlife photography.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, how to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. It's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the four, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes. And my crooked little...
All right, so just over my shoulder down there, out of focus, you may be able to see Dave, and Dave is messing around with my camera lens. What are you doing there, Dave?
We're getting some rat roll.
Rat roll. Cue the rat roll.
Easy kid, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges.
Right, so just let me talk to you about the settings that I'm using here. I'm using 1,000th of a second with auto ISO turned on, which is giving me around 800 to 1,000 on the ISO. And I'm just letting the aperture choose itself, which is usually giving me about f5.6, which is as fast as this lens go, but it's more than bright enough for this kind of stuff.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better? If I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter?
So thanks for watching today's video. I hope I was able to show you that wildlife photography doesn't have to be super expensive. Lenses for this kind of thing do run into the hundreds and thousands of pounds in some instances. So I'm kind of hoping for less than 300 quid, I've managed to take a couple of nice photos of some robins mostly, maybe a couple of rats in there, maybe gross little things. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help the video out. And please do subscribe to the channel if you see me for the first time. I would really appreciate that. So until the next time, it's peace and goodbye. There we go.